Hello, Transurfer and the Transurfing Curious. My name is Renee Garcia, and this is TransurfingTV. And today, dun dun dun, Quantum Bootcamp. This is going to be a challenge for hardcore transurfers. I'm actually in Quantum Bootcamp myself right now because I woke up one morning and I was like, it kind of feels like Groundhog Day. I feel like I'm sort of just living the same variation of reality day after day after day after day after day. Even my routine, right? I mean, I'm pretty good at mixing it up and taking anomalous action and giving myself up to the alternatives flow and all that kind of stuff, but I still get stuck a little bit, and I have to sort of push myself off the alternative space cliff. And it's fun, and especially if you're quarantined right now, this is awesome because it's a challenge to learn and exercise and stay tuned into other variations when your options might be a little bit limited. I think that's all an illusion though. Remember, we have our iPhones and we have the internet, so we actually have an infinite number of options in the palm of our hand, right? So we can really just dive into the alternative space even from the comfort of our home. So I'm going to tell you exactly what Quantum Bootcamp is. I'm going to challenge those of you that are ready, willing, and able to do this with me. I'm going to create a thread on the Facebook group, and we're going to all jump into Quantum Bootcamp, or at least those of you that are ready. Remember to like this video and comment below. My world is taking care of me, to enter my daily giveaway for my reprogramming stickers and Reality 2.0 teachable course down below. If you want to take the course along with this, oh my God, I think you just might dissolve into the alternative space if you did that. But yeah, the course link is down below if you want to check that out. Join us on Facebook and subscribe, like this video, all that cool stuff. So, Quantum Bootcamp, what is the purpose of this? So like I said, I woke up, I kind of felt like I was living Groundhog Day. I actually even remarked this to my partner. I was like, every day literally feels like it's the same thing, right? And then I stopped myself and I was like, God, you have all the tools to mix it up. So I did a number of things that I've done individually, like on their own at certain times. Like obviously I've taken the Anomalous Action Challenge. I'll get into that for those of you that aren't aware of what it is. I've done the 30-day media diet or media cleanse, and I've definitely recommended people to do this that have taken one-on-one with me. I've done the clean up your layer of reality. I've done diet and exercise change, all this kind of stuff. But I've never run them all in conjunction with each other, right? So it started off with me saying things are starting to look a little humdrum, things are starting to look monotonous. And remember, sometimes when we are on a life track without accessing many variations, so variations obviously is the anomalous action, when we haven't tapped into different variations, this could be you taking a different way to work, or you learning something new, or just taking a step outside of your comfort zone. When we don't do that, we sort of run this lifeline where we've accessed all the information and possibilities and events and material that we can access, right? And it becomes what I call a stale lifeline or a stale life track. This is when you sort of tapped out the possibility. So to get more variations and more energy circulating, get your environment stimulated more, The 30 Anomalous Action Challenge is the highway, the expressway to doing this. So this is you for every single day of a calendar month taking a step outside of your comfort zone. It can either be in the direction of a new goal, or it can just be in any direction at all. And that's really the fun one, I think, is when you set the intention that each day you're just going to do something different, no matter what it is. I mean, it could be as silly as switching up your breakfast routine. Again, doing something new, some new exercise routine. It could be taking a different way to work. It could be networking with someone that you have been meaning to reach out to, but you haven't. It could be doing some research on something online that you've been curious about, or sort of going down a path of learning more about maybe something you'd want to do for a side hustle. Whatever it is, right? It's you taking a step outside of your normal realm of activities every single day for 30 consecutive days. So this is how I'm going to pitch this to anyone who's interested in doing this. I am going to suggest, especially if you're an experienced transurfer, that you do all these things, right? That these are the things that I'm doing right now, that you do all of these things. But if you are maybe not necessarily feeling one or the other, like just kind of pick and choose. But my call to action, if you will, is definitely to try to do all of these things at once. So first off, 30 Anomalous Action Challenge, commit to it. Second, 30-day media diet. This is you cutting out the media for 30 days, okay? No media. This is no social media accounts. This is you not watching the news. This is you not going to CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, BBC, Al Jazeera, Christian Science Monitor, or whatever your news source is, to call it quits for 30 days. So the reason that this one's a valuable one is the Quantum Bootcamp is trying to get information and material and opportunities flowing in your external environment, flowing in your reality, flowing in your layer of reality, and get you going in a new direction. The media, obviously, as we know right now, is this massive, violent pendulum that is swinging with this crazy amount of momentum. And it is, in my opinion, that I was probably a little bit stuck because I was kind of tuned into the media of everything that was going on. And I decided that I'm going to get my current layer of reality looking a lot better. I don't need the pendulum, right? It's really just about getting more energy for yourself so you can do the Quantum Bootcamp and taking your energy back from the media. Now, if the media isn't your problem, maybe social media, maybe some demanding family members, whatever it is, I'm posing it as a 30-day media diet, but it could just be managing your pendulums better for the next 30 days. Clean up your layer of reality. This is a 78 days of practical transurfing lesson, and really what Vadim presents to us is this idea that if you are not intent on finishing a project, that you get rid of it, right? Anything that is piled up or accumulating in your reality that you are not going to do, you actually get rid of it, because all these little tasks and creative projects and different things, even if they're just in your mind, they take up a little bit of energy, and collectively they can act as a pendulum, right? Same with the 30-day media diet. It's kind of the same thing, except you're getting rid of the pendulum that is your current reality. This could also be you cleaning your house, you getting your space set up to be creative and actually do, a 30 Anomalous Action Challenge in the direction of something creative. This is you setting the stage for a shift and getting rid of anything that is no longer serving you. This is a powerful one, and this is a big one. This has taken me a number of years to master. So it's not like you can just do this instantly, but you can set the intention to do this. And this is stop thinking about what you don't want or you don't like and focus on what you strive to achieve instead. So again, getting back to the media or politics or anything, COVID, quarantine, anything that you currently do not like about your reality, set the intention that you are going to tune out of that entirely and you're going to tune your frequency on to what you strive to achieve instead. Again, 30 Anomalous Action Challenge, getting a side hustle going, getting creative in a new direction, maybe committing to some diet and exercise change. So this is you really stepping back, looking at your reality objectively and saying to yourself, what am I focused on that is not serving me, that I don't want, and that I don't like? And how can I replace that thinking with a thinking looking more towards Quantum Bootcamp, 30 Anomalous Action Challenge, what I strive to achieve, what I like, what I will do, all of that positive stuff that can actually improve your trajectory to a higher lifeline. So again, stop thinking about what you don't want or you don't like and start focusing on what you strive to achieve instead. This is very, very powerful. Intention setting. This is sort of, I don't even really need to mention this because this is all about new intentions, but you could actually have a little intention setting ceremony where maybe you write down your 30-day commitment to yourself. I'm going to take Quantum Bootcamp. I'm going to dive into the Anomalous Action Challenge. Again, if this is still confusing to you, if you don't know what it is I'm talking about, I have a video on this. Just type in 30 Anomalous Action Challenge into YouTube and it'll pop up. Or you can check on the Facebook group. Daphne Marina is like the queen of the Anomalous Action Challenge. She does them back to back to back. So like literally every day of her life, she's taking an anomalous action. So set your intention to do this. Set your intention to get the media out of your life or to manage your pendulums a little bit better. Clean your layer of reality, and maybe you just write it down. Maybe you journal about it each day, but set the intention to intention set. I know that's a little bit of a tongue twister there. Set the intention to intention set and stand firm to it, right? Commit to it. Really like, I'm going to do this and don't look back and don't give up and really like, this is going to be my next 30 days. That's what I'm doing right now. It's boot camp. And then finally, if you're challenged right now with your energy levels, if you're like, I don't know what my anomalous action daily is going to be, or maybe you're feeling really just stuck in your rut with the media, or you don't have the inspiration to clean up your layer of reality, or you're just struggling in some way to get momentum going, just start with a diet and exercise change. So maybe you've been a little too liberal with what you've been eating. Dial it in, start, eating salads or whatever your clean version of diet is. Set the intention that for the next 30 days, you're going to just start with that, right? Everything else will follow. In my opinion, this is how it works for me. Exercise too. I got into a little bit of a rut with my exercise, so I bought a new pair of running shoes, and I'm going over to the college by my house and I'm running bleachers, and I'm doing like 6 miles of running, walking, and bleachers, and I feel amazing. And it's helped me really spring into these other parts of the Quantum Bootcamp, right? So again, if you're challenged on getting any of this started, just start with the diet and exercise change first, and then this is going to get some internal energy circulating so you can have some new ideas, have some momentum to do this other stuff, and then once you're really feeling it, just jump into it. Or if you're really hardcore, just force yourself to use inner intention to get yourself to start this, and it'll all just exponentially kind of take off. At least that's how it has happened for me. And I know that sounds a little bit weird. We don't like to obviously go after things with inner intention, but once in a while for me, it's about me just being like, okay, you're gonna do it, you're gonna get up, and you're gonna take action. And I do have to use inner intention just a little, but once the ball gets rolling, then it's like all of this stuff just, it becomes a lot easier. It becomes a lot easier to do. So Quantum Bootcamp, y'all, who's ready? I'm gonna start a thread on the Facebook group today. Come on the thread, say I'm in, and let's share with each other new ideas to get, you know, more quantum variations going in our reality, more opportunities, more energy circulating, all that good stuff. And we can do it as a group of transurfers that are maybe just in need of a little shift, right? So let me know your thoughts on this one, and let me know if you're in, and let's do this. Thanks so much for watching my video, everyone. Bye.